Welcome back to Travel Show Live. We're down at the legendary Greenbrier. You know exactly, you've heard about it. You may have heard some things, well, there's a little change going on over there. Well, there's a reason for that change, and his name is Jim Justice. Now, that's the start of the change. Now, there's a lot of people who do a lot of work to bring exactly your vision into focus, correct?
That's without question, Eric. You know, I really believe this wholeheartedly. The people that are the real story. You know, I'm just kind of wallering behind and ruddering the boat a little bit. But you know, the people, they make me look a lot better than I am every day. Mm-hmm. And they know how much I care about them, and they care that much about me. So it's a pretty neat thing.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. All right, for somebody that's not been here, let's start there. What are they going to expect when they walk through the front door? What are they going to see? What are they going to feel? They're going to come in the north entrance,
right,
until the construction's finished
until April 1st.
Okay.
You know, actually maybe even prior to April 1st, because once we're closed in on the casino area that we're building out front and everything, mm-hmm. once we get all that closed in and everything, we may be able to change sooner than that.
Okay.
But what they're going to really see is just this: they're going to see real people. I mean, they're going to see real people that really care. You know, they're not going to see, you know, Jerry West one time, you know, was telling me when he was the GM of the Lakers at the time. He said, you know, the thing he misses the most about being in West Virginia is a lot of times, you know, in Los Angeles or wherever, you know, you'd run into people that are trying to buy a better boat than their neighbor or a bigger house or whatever, and they're almost plastic in the way they approach one another and everything. Mm-hmm. Well, you're going to see real live love here, and you're going to see people that really care and really appreciate you being here, because this means their job. I mean, that's all there is to it. You're going to see hardworking, down-home, good Americans with a warmth about them that's genuine.
Mm-hmm. Were you surprised at what you bought, at the sheer size? Just a little bit, even though you're familiar with the property, but when you walked around again for the first time as the owner?
Well, walking around for the first time being the owner is you know, was off the chart, because I can remember coming here as a kid mm-hmm. when my family really couldn't afford to come here and stay, mm-hmm. you know, and I just happened to some way get playing golf and happened to be halfway decent enough to be able to play in the state amateurs and do kind of stuff like that. And so, mm-hmm. so my father would bring me over from time to time, and we would play in the state amateur here. And so to think, you know, now that I own this, well, give me a break. I don't know how in the world that ever happened, but you know, it happened. And so, it is a fabulous place, and it's immense in size. You know, when you think about 6,500 acres, and a lot of the nicer places are trying to buy a parking lot so they can add an addition to their spa. Mm-hmm. Well, we've got 6,500 acres and 50 amenities plus, and you can almost get lost and stay lost here.
And frankly, your spa is already 40,000 square feet. What else do you need?
Well, that's right. You know, maybe a couple more places to eat.
Sure. You know? Well, there's always that. Well, now what you did, one of the first things in terms of new additions is you brought gaming.
Right.
Was that a controversial move here?
Well, it wasn't a controversial move from my standpoint. You know, I bought the place in without the gaming whole concept in my mind whatsoever. You mm-hmm. know, it just, you know, I do have a strong commitment to the good Lord. I really do, and mm-hmm. I just, you know, I mean, it's phenomenal how I got in, how this all happened. But when it happened, right behind that, the governor called and said, you know, next Thursday I'm going to be up there signing the gaming bill. Well, I didn't have a clue. I didn't have one clue that he was going to be doing that on next Thursday, you know, after he bought it. But I did know that the referendum had passed. Mm-hmm. Now, the gaming is real selective here. Only the guests that are the overnight guests of the hotel can play, mm-hmm. or the sporting club members, and there's a couple other combinations that you can play, but the guy that's walking the streets cannot play, and that's good. And I think it's really good from my standpoint, from the standpoint that, you know, I don't want somebody in there trying to win their power bill. You know, I don't want this to become a gaming destination. The Greenbrier is a brand into itself. It's eloquent, you know, and it needs to stay that way. The gaming needs to be an amenity to what we have here, not the destination, you know, of what we have.
Mm-hmm. How about new additions coming up? What can we expect to see? Can you tell us?
Yeah, I think I can tell you two things that I want to do. Well, maybe three. You know, our health club is at our tennis building, which is a little ways away, and it needs to be moved in the main hotel. You know, that's one thing for sure. You know, another thing is we need to build some kind of kids center or teen center. You know, that'll be a place where, you know, maybe kids go, live band, maybe pizza, arcade, all that kind of stuff, where kids can have something extra to do here at night and all that kind of stuff. And the last thing, you know, and not the last thing, this is just one of the other things,
Sure.
you know, is I want to build an entertainment theater, or maybe want to change our movie theater to a live play, and I want to build a real entertainment theater where we can have, you know, the Barry Manilow's, Barbara Streisand's, you know, whomever, Neil Diamond, whomever, and all that kind of stuff here. And we want, that'll be one of the next things we do.
I love it. Thank you for letting us come down and visit.
No, Eric, I thank you guys all for coming.
Oh, it's
I
our
really,
pleasure.
really do appreciate you coming.
All right. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
We'll continue here on Travel Show Live. Stay with us.